Stupid. Stupid. JM says, I feel like Raiders fans are actually the most likely to be violent or to do something nasty. To be honest, when I went to a Raiders game in Oakland, I might add, this was not LA or Vegas. This was when they were in Oakland. Yes, they were not very welcoming because I was wearing a Chiefs jersey at the time. I was wearing a Dontari Pope shirt, actually, or a Poe. And they were not very welcoming to us Kansas City Chiefs fan. So, but that was the rivalry, whatever, right? The black hole really intimidate people. But it was still fun though, right? It was still fun. Honestly, JM, the worst stadium experience I've ever had was actually at Ford Field when the Chiefs played the Detroit Lions back in, had it been 2018, I believe it may have been 2019, 2018, 2020, 2019. I'm not for sure. It was when Hawkinson jumped over Eric Berry and broke his neck, right? The Kansas City Chiefs were undefeated at the time, and the Lions played them very, 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 very well. I was up in the second deck, and the fan base just up there were just like talking mad shit to me and my wife and like my 1-year-old son. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, I have a kid here. Like, if it was just me and my wife, awesome. But they were like, it was terrible. It was terrible. Josh says, I don't agree with anybody that says a certain team has a better roster. The Chiefs have really, really good defense, really good receivers, and a really good quarterback. Josh, as I agree with you, the Kansas City Chiefs do have a really good linebacking core, but the Eagles linebacking core is just a little bit better. The Philadelphia Eagles do have a great offensive line. The Kansas City Chiefs have a good offensive line. The Eagles are just a little bit better. Receiving core, the Chiefs do have a great receiving core with a lot of good names on it. I want to put emphasis on the word names there, right? Juju is a good name. D-Hop is a good name, but they really haven't really been performing most of the season. Eagles do have a better receiving core. It is what it is. On paper, the Eagles are better than the Kansas City Chiefs. Derek says you got to walk out. I'm never going to walk out of an NFL game. That's just silly. JM said, I'd be mad if I lived in Detroit too. I can't really blame them for being jerks. Yeah, and it's funny because I want to say that was Dan Campbell's. No, it was still the map. It was still the Matt Patricia era when I was up there, and they just weren't very good. But that stadium was still packed. It was still rocking, and those fans were still talking mad shit. So it was very, 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 very like mind-boggling to me that you would be so disrespectful to a wife and kids, but whatever. It is what it is. Now, the best experience that I've ever been as a visiting team was Lambeau Field. Lambeau Field was very, very welcoming. They very, very nice people up there. Ant says that's the fan in Pittsburgh did. They welcome Ravens fans to drink beers and tailgate with them. One guy even came up and shook my hand after the game. He told me how much he loved and respect our rivalry. I said the feeling is mutual. I dislike fans who verbally and physically disrespect the opponent's team's fans. It's okay to talk shit about the players, but not to the fans. And like even then, just like so. This is the one thing, Ant, that I don't ever understand about people in general, right? We are paying a lot of money to go to these NFL games, right? It costs $40 to park. The ticket's $120. If you want a beer, that's $18, right? If you want a hot dog, there's another $8, right? Like you are going to spend $400 or $500 just to go to a game and enjoy it, right? Now, I understand you are passionate about your team. I understand that you want to see your team win and be loud and be rowdy and rambunctious and like all this stuff. But why do you have to affect my experience like at the game? I'm there for the same reason you are, to root for a team, to have a good time, to experience the atmosphere. Why are 5 or 10 people going to try to single out one person that happens to wear an opposing jersey, right? Just to make them feel bad, right? It's just silly to me, right? It's just silly to me. JM says Pittsburgh fans are actually really nice as well. And I feel that most of the fan bases in NFL JM, and the rest of the people that are like in here. Thank you guys for all your comments as a live interactive show. I feel like most of the fan bases are very, very polite, and they're all just like a majority of us, right? We're just out here enjoying the game, having a good time, and we just want to go see different stadiums and just see a game, right? Like we have the 30 stadium poster here, and we got like 10 left to go. And honestly, we've only had two bad experiences. One was at Ford Field, which was it was not Ford Field in general. It was like a group of 3 really, really drunk guys, right? And then at Philly, where that was just probably a handful of really, really drunk guys that just gave us that little, I don't know, like we're better than I don't know how to explain it, because like for one, I was wearing my Chiefs jersey there, and it was the Eagles versus the who were they playing at the time? Was it the Commanders? Yeah, it was the Eagles and the Commanders game, and I was wearing my Chiefs jersey because I wasn't really supporting one way or the other, but they're talking shit to me. I'm like what? Like what? It's just crazy. Laura says, I can't wait to experience the Vikings home experience. Skull chant. Listen, Laura, watching it just on TV and that all white, gave me chills, right? And I hope you have a great time up there.